Primetime local news, serving the Lakeland and Midwest regions.
Good evening and welcome to Primetime Local News. Saskatchewan is reporting 25 new cases of COVID-19. 4 are in the far northeast, 5 in the north central area, 7 in the northeast, 4 in Saskatoon, 1 in the central east, 3 in Regina, and 1 in the southeast zone. 254 cases are considered active, 8 of those in the region that includes Lloydminster and North Battleford. 7 people are in hospital, 1 is in intensive care, 9 more people have recovered. Residents will be able to hear from the local candidates with the upcoming election forums. With COVID-19 still an issue, the forums for both the provincial and municipal elections will be held virtually. While no audience members will be in attendance, having these forums is still important to hear what each candidate has to offer.
You want to hear their platforms, hear their stances on issues, and you may want to ask them questions. So it's really important to have these public engagement opportunities for the public to be able to ask our local candidates these questions.
Anyone that wants to submit questions are still able to do so via email.
So for the Saskatchewan Forum, submit questions to skforum@lloydminsterchamber.com. For the Municipal Forum, submit questions to lloydforum@lloydminsterchamber.com.
The Provincial Forum will be on Thursday night starting at 6 p.m. with the Municipal Forum on October 19th. Both of them will be streamed live on our Primetime Local News Facebook page. A Lloydminster Catholic School Board trustee is running for a seat on Lloydminster City Council. Chris Carnell has served on the Catholic School Board for the past 8 years, but decided to run for City Council because he sees this municipal election as one of the most important of his lifetime.
And we need some people who are going to be thinking a little bit differently and have a different perspective and is willing to kind of speak up, willing to play the devil's advocate once in a while if need be, you know, and I'm definitely going to be that voice.
Carnell would like to see fiscal restraint from council as the city recovers from the pandemic and oil price crash. He would also like to slow down Lloydminster's annexation of land from the county of Vermilion River.
I know we have a lot of land available in North Industrial. There's some residential land available in Parkview. You know, we have many houses on the market right now. We've got commercial buildings sitting vacant. So to me, it doesn't make much sense to continue to spend money to sprawl the city when we could take that money. We could meet our budget deficit just by slowing down on that. We could revisit something like that a few years down.
Carnell will be focusing his campaigning online due to the pandemic and will be releasing his policies on Facebook over the next few weeks. Onion Lake held an awareness walk yesterday, bringing forward more than missing and murdered Indigenous women and girls. Eric Bay has more on the different reasons Onion Lake is walking.
We need our people to be aware of this, and we need help. And people that know something, they could come forward.
Wearing red and holding signs honoring lost loved ones, members of the Onion Lake Cree Nation walked the streets, hoping to give a voice to all those missing and murdered within the community.
They're being suppressed, so nobody's speaking on their behalf. Nobody's speaking for them. And walks like this brings the awareness that the community needs to come together. Not only the community, but leadership needs to come together and deal with the issues at hand.
Onion Lake's leaders believe the problem goes beyond gender, with a state of emergency declared earlier in the year and multiple men currently missing.
I don't think we're not seeing any progress. Talking about women and girls going missing, what about men? We have 2 youth that are still missing. I do believe it's due to gangs.
Roseanne LaLiberty teaches at Onion Lake and has had many former students go missing.
Within the last year, we had so much tragedy, a couple of suicides, unexplained deaths, murders.
While the walk is meant to raise awareness, LaLiberty believes it can also provide hope to the young people of Onion Lake.
They say a lot of the young people are successful if they grew up off reserve. Not necessarily. A lot of our young people are successful at home. They just have to be guided onto the right path in life and everything.
Eric Bay, Primetime Local News.
The Lloydminster Catholic School Division offers a Little Learner program in a few of their schools, and in this week's Beyond the Classroom, we take a look at what the program is and its benefits. The Little Learners program runs in 4 different LCSD schools and is for younger kids who aren't in kindergarten just yet.
Little Learners program is a preschool program that we developed a few years ago to address the wait list that we had with pre-kindergarten. So this allows us to invite students that would potentially be coming to our school for kindergarten to just come into the school, be a part of a preschool program, and take part in some structured play activities.
The students come into the schools 2 times per week where they can interact with the other students and take part in activities.
Basically a hands-on, inquiry-based type of program. So they come in and they do stories and blocks, and they have house centers and Lego centers and all different things that are set up for them to do. So very experience-based, very hands-on based, and it's just a great way for them to be here.
The program helps students get into routine and become more confident as they get ready to start school full-time the next year. So far, the staff has seen a positive response from the kids.
From the time they walk in and they come down here, and then it gives our students a chance to say hello to them and wish them well, and they're comfortable because it's quite a walk that they have, so they pretty much know the way, and it's just becoming part of their home too.
If you are looking to register your child in the Little Learners program, call the school you are looking to sign up in for more information.
You have goals, and Lakeland College can help you achieve them. Visit lakelandcollege.ca or email hello@lakelandcollege.ca.
Now our Connor Chan will take a look at your weather forecast.
Thanks very much, Jasmine. Looking at temperatures right now, still sitting at 5 degrees right now with that wind kind of still over that 30 kilometers an hour. But as we look out, temperatures out west, with 7 degrees in Edmonton. We see 3 in Red Deer and in Rocky Mountain House, 6 degrees in Whitecourt with 1 in Edson. And then we also see 4 degrees right now out in Jasper, 3 also in Cold Lake and Pierceland, 3 in Meadow Lake, as well as in Melfort, 6 degrees for North Battleford and in Saskatoon, with 4 also sitting right now in Prince Albert. Now, as we look up north, we see a lot of cooler temperatures there, sitting at 0 for La Loche, Buffalo Narrows, and La Ronge. We see 1 degree out in Flin Flon there, and then -3 in Wollaston Lake and Uranium City, with -2 in Stony Rapids and in South End. So it is getting fairly colder in northern Alberta and Saskatchewan. We also see 1 degree in Fort McMurray, with 3 right now, in Slave Lake and Peace River, 6 degrees in Grand Prairie, -1 in High Level as well, and then -3 also in Uranium City. Now, as we look at southern Alberta and Saskatchewan, they're starting to get a little bit colder, as we see 2 degrees in Lethbridge, with 3 also in Banff, 4 in Calgary, 5 in both Medicine Hat and Coronation, and in Saskatchewan. A little bit warmer to an extent, but there's still some of that wind picking up there. 6 degrees in Moose Jaw and in Regina. We also see 4 down in Swift Current, with 7 in Kindersley, one of the warmer spots there, at 5 also in Yorkton and in Estevan. Now, as we take a look at temperatures across the country there, we also see 6 degrees in Winnipeg, 12 in Quebec City. A little bit warmer, of course, as we get into the Maritimes and the eastern provinces there. 14 in Toronto, and then 10 in St. John's, and 15 in Halifax. We also see a little bit of light flurries up in Yellowknife right now, sitting at -3. We also see 3 degrees in Whitehorse and 7 right now in Edmonton, with a little bit of sun and mostly cloud coverage. I did mention earlier from that look on the satellite radar map, there is possibility that Edmonton could get some flurries, as there is that system kind of making its way over from west to east, and we could see that our way on Friday, where we have a 46% chance of getting some of that snow ourselves. As we see Vancouver right now sitting at 13 degrees, Whitehorse also sitting at 3 degrees. Now, here's what we could see for tomorrow. 2 degrees being our daytime high. We are still going to have a -4 to start the daytime off for us tomorrow. We also see 3 degrees in Vermilion, Wainwright, and Maidstone, 4 in Vegreville, with 5 degrees out in Edmonton, 2 up north in areas like Bonnyville, St. Paul, Cold Lake, and Lac La Biche as well. We also see 3 degrees for North Battleford for tomorrow, 5 in both Provost and in Macklin as well. We see 2 degrees in Meadow Lake and Pierceland for tomorrow, and then -1 in Isle La Crosse. So here's a look at what we could see over the next several days. I did mention, of course, there's a chance we could get some of that snow on Friday with that high of 1 and -6 the daytime low there. And then we're going to have a fairly cold next couple of days after that, sitting at -2 on Saturday, Sunday, with lows of -9 and -10. And we also have a daytime high of -1 on Monday with that low of -9, continuing on from the weekend. And then 2 degrees on Tuesday with some clear skies, but still fairly cold with some winds picking up there as well. And then 1 degree on Wednesday with some sun and a bit of cloud coverage there and a low of -7, averaging around 11 degrees usually around this time of year, which we're not quite close to any of those numbers. We're still mostly well below average as well for the daytime lows, as well as we are starting to see -10 and -9 numbers. But that is a look at your 7-day forecast for now. We'll have more primetime local news coming up after the break.
Well, after their first 2 exhibition games this past weekend, I am now joined by Lloydminster Bobcats head coach and general manager, Nigel Dubé. Nigel, thank you for joining me.
Thanks for having me, Evan.
Now, like I said, first 2 exhibition games against the Sherwood Park Crusaders this past weekend, both 4-3 games where you guys split that series. What did you see from your team in this past weekend?
Well, I like their group and how we came out on Friday. I think, we're into October, and sometimes we forget that some of our new guys have never played a junior game before. So for them to get their feet wet, and I felt that we moved the puck well and did some really good things and created opportunity, hit some posts and scored some goals. And then an unfortunate goal at the end there to go the way it did. But, overall on Friday was good. And then Saturday, I didn't think we were very good at all in the first period. A little bit of a wake-up call to junior hockey, and then we responded well in the second and third.
No, you mentioned it, some guys getting their feet wet, first taste of junior hockey. And you guys had a couple of rookies who really started to light up the lamp, getting on that score sheet early. Dalton Irvine and Ethan Acoin each having 5 points over the weekend. Was this expected from those 2 guys from you?
Well, when we recruited Ethan Acoin, he came from the 18s and he scored 27 goals there last year and won the scoring title. So, it was a little bit of a question of whether that scoring can translate directly into junior hockey out of the gate. And, I thought he did good things from the start and moved in the right direction. And then with Dalton, having 2 years of junior experience out in BC, in the KIJHL with his experience, he was an offensive defenseman. So I'd said that they would probably both play to their strengths of offensive side and contribute on the scoreboard for us.
Now, scoring was one thing that we talked about lots last year. At times, the team struggled to put up those goals. But this year, obviously, things have changed already. 7 goals between 2 games, and 10 different players got on that score sheet. How important will it be this year to just score by committee?
Well, I think you and I talked all offseason about offense. So that was a big thing. But, we talk about Irvine and Ethan Acoin. Well, for them to score goals, somebody had to get in the goal, get in the puck and be in the right spot. So I think it is by committee, not only producing the 1 or 2 goals from those players, but also as a whole and from our group to contribute in many ways. And I like that. I think that, to sit here on today and say that we're satisfied with it, I don't think we are at all. We knew we had to score more goals this year, and we have to continue to work towards that.
Now, Nigel, both your goalies played, each one getting a different start. Colby Thornton started the first game while Axel Roslin came in the second game. Was there any thought behind that? And have you guys thought even further about what the goaltending situation will look like this year?
Well, again, opportunity. Colby came in with junior experience and showed that he was experienced, mature, composed. And then Axel on Saturday got his first taste, and he got challenged a lot in the first period. So I think any nerves that he had were definitely pushed aside right away when, we gave up a lot of grade A scoring opportunities in the first there on Saturday. And, he held us in there. They both made big saves on the weekend and did good things. So we got a good tandem in there. We'll look to continue to build on. Sheldon, our goalie coach, has done great things with them here early and a foundation to build on.
Now, Nigel, we've talked about some of the rookies really stepping up, but what about some of those veteran players? I mean, Chad McLean scored a big goal to help you guys take that win on Saturday. Just talk about some of those veterans and the presence that they brought on the weekend.
Well, our veteran guys, stepped up. Chad McLean's and Brendan Morrow's, we're expecting that of them every night. And a young guy from town here in Javen Leslie, and he did good things. And just now that they have that experience under him on the front end, Tegan Skier on the back end, Gunnar Kindenberg got in for a game. So good things happening. we continue to move forward. Expectations for our veteran group is to lead by the example every night.
Now, finally, Nigel, you guys will be playing at home once again against the Sherwood Park Crusaders this upcoming weekend. Are there maybe one or two keys for you guys heading into the weekend?
Well, first key, Evan, is figuring out what rink we're playing in on Friday. And then from there is just to go out and continue to do what we're doing. And whether it be Friday or Saturday, clean up some of the areas that we identified. And then, just play smart hockey and play strong hockey. I think that, we have that expectation of our guys now to be prepared to go every night and to build on what we've done here, but not be satisfied with it.
Nigel, it's always a pleasure getting to chat with you, and best of luck on this upcoming weekend.
Thanks, Evan. Appreciate it.
I'm speaking with Verna Hates with the Lloydminster and Area Brain Injury Society. How are you today?
I'm good, thanks.
I know your organization is having the Dream Vacation Raffle and Steak Night coming up. Can you kind of explain more what's happening with these events?
Our Dream Vacation Raffle, we started back before COVID. I believe it was in May, well, before that. It's just our chance of trying to raise some money in a different way. So it's a $10,000 travel voucher, and for $20, you get your chance to have your dream vacation.
Okay, and what about Steak Night? What's all involved in Steak Night coming up?
Steak Night is going to be a little bit different this year also. Because of COVID, we are trying to make it as easy as possible for people to kind of have their distance and everything, social distance. So this year it's going to be Thursday, November 5th, running to Friday, November 13th. They can go in at any time with their tickets, anytime during that week, and sit and enjoy a great meal. Tickets are $25 each, and everything comes back local. It comes to support our charity, and it's a great evening.
Now, speaking of COVID-19, has there been lots of obstacles for labors to get through right now?
Well, we actually had to close our doors for almost 4 months because of COVID, because we couldn't social distance properly here. And our clients are higher risk, so we don't like to take chances, and it's just easier closed down. So with that, we had to stop and cancel a lot of our fundraising, which we depend on for 65% of our income in here to help keep our free programming going. It's been tough, but now that we're back, we're now trying to rush and get as much fundraising in as possible. We're really pushing our Dream Vacation Raffle because the draw is November 6th, so that's right away. It's a great thing to have if you, soon you'll be able to travel again. So it doesn't have an expiry date, and so yeah, COVID's really put a really hard time on us for doing our fundraising.
And have you seen more support than you expected, especially during the pandemic?
There has been, yes. We have had people stop in and they've done their own fundraising for us. It's been fantastic. I'm seeing more now that people want to learn about us more, which is great. And the whole keep it local is amazing.
And how can residents show support and help out with LABIS right now at the moment?
Well, like I said, they are welcome to stop in or give us a call for our Dream Vacation Raffle. If they want to go out with friends or family for a steak night, give us a call. We have some tickets. We do have an online auction coming up on November 2nd to the 16th also, with some wonderful raffle prizes on there. They just have to follow our LABIS Facebook page, and we'll have the links and everything on there once we get it set up.
Perfect. Is there anything else you want to add for residents to know about at the time?
Well, LABIS has been in town here for 34 years. We are not just some new little thing. We've proved that we're a great charity it's something everybody needs to come in and check out.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much for joining me today, Verna.
Thank you.
All right, taking one last look here at your weather forecast. 2 degrees tomorrow with -4 to start the day off, and we get colder as we get into the weekend with chance of flurries on Friday with a high of 1, -2 on Saturday and Sunday, -1 on Monday, and then 2 degrees on Tuesday, and then 0 on Wednesday.
Thanks for joining us on Primetime Local News. Have a great night.